In this video, I'm just going to show you quick the light fighter method for their sleep system during warmer weather. This works for late spring through to early fall. But basically all you need is poncho liner. Poncho liner goes inside the poncho. You would tie off the hood and you have yourself your sleeping bag. I have done this before when I've gone to JRTC Joint Readiness Training Center. One issue that I found with it is that moisture will collect between the poncho liner and the poncho, because the poncho is a vapor barrier, so it'll keep sweat and moisture from escaping the bag. Now, one note, I served with someone who spent most of his career in Hawaii, and he said something that he would see, and what he had done was he got a surplus poncho, a poncho liner, and his wife then sewed the poncho liner and the poncho together, and then on the long side she also sewed in a zipper. They also sewed together one end, leaving one end open, creating a sleeping bag. And that's what he would use when they would go to the field later in the year or earlier in the year. During summer, you can get away with just using the poncho as your blanket if you need it, but just like I mentioned when using the poncho liner inside it, it does trap moisture inside, so it can get a little wet, can get a little uncomfortable. Now, if you're a person who needs a pillow, you can just put your Kevlar or your helmet or your pack up here at the end and lay your head on that, or you can roll something up and put it underneath, like maybe a jacket. If you don't have a poncho liner, you can do the same thing using a wool blanket, just substituting the wool blanket for the poncho liner. Now, if you're going to set your stuff up as somewhat more of a permanent system, but you don't have the ability to sew it together, or you don't want to sew it together, you got these grommets on the poncho, and then in the corresponding locations on a poncho liner you'll have these strings. That's to tie the two together, to hold them together. So now you know. Light fighter sleep system for warmer weather. And it is very lightweight. Now, for all my engineer brothers in the Patriot and Militia movement, always remember, seons.